Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Dust here to talk to you about my experience in the VIP demo for Anthem. I had a freaking blast. It was amazing. Everything that I wanted from Anthem was there. I got a taste of everything. I got a feel for what the full game is going to feel like. Now, there were some systems that were definitely different. I know currency wasn't equivalent to what it's going to be in the full game, but they were very open with us with that. Overall, I found the gameplay loop very engaging and fun. I found the loot and progression had me excited to start my grind in the full game. I wanted to make builds, fam, and that's huge. I wanted to make so many builds, and not just on one javelin. That's maybe the coolest takeaway, is that I played every javelin, and I loved every javelin. I loved everything about them. I didn't see one that was useless, because some of them have access to venom, which ups your damage. Some of them have invulnerability that they can use to go res people. Looking at you, Interceptor. Some of them have just crazy tankiness. Colossus. If you didn't think Colossus was tanky, you didn't get Colossus components, and that's a shame because you didn't experience Colossus. Overall, I've had a very positive opinion. I can't wait to get all of the different kinds of loot, make all different kinds of builds, and have a great time gaming with all of you in this game. By the way, this is a great place to say that we are making an Anthem guild. There's going to be a guild system. I saw the keybind. You can't hide it from me, BioWare. There's a guild system in this game. And if you want in on it, be sure to join the Beautiful Dust Discord and get in on that. Now, talking about the gameplay loop in Anthem, it is so fun. I'm struggling to put it into words because just the feeling of going around finding enemies, finding ways to prime them, finding ways to engage them, and working with your team to eliminate them in the fastest way possible. That's just the core of a looter shooter right there, and Anthem does it really, really well. I found myself going around in free play, finding hidden areas with my friends, secret world events, all sorts of cool things that led to loot, which was nice because I actually enjoyed the loot system that encouraged me to keep playing. You don't actually see the loot drops that you get, you just see the rarity of it. So I knew that I got a rare item, and I was looking forward to finishing up the mission, seeing what I got, re-equipping, and then coming back out with my friends and trying out my new abilities and gear. Loot felt meaningful and impactful with my playstyles. Every time I got a new ability, I was excited to see how exactly it worked, to read the stats on it, to figure out how it fit into a build overall, and figuring out synergies between these different abilities led to some pretty awesome times in the demo. Now, it wasn't all rosy. Obviously, my first day was spent mainly looking at load screens and trying to log in. They were aware of this. BioWare was, anytime you're dealing with a demo or a beta in something that is massively multiplayer like this, it's going to run into issues. You've got millions of people logging in. Origin actually went down with people preloading this game. So there was going to be issues from the get-go. Now, unfortunately, there was another issue that gave us 95% infinite load screen. So every time your load screen would get to about 95%, at least for me, it wasn't everybody who dealt with this. A lot of times it would hang, and you would have to close the application down, restart it, re-log in. Obviously, that's pretty frustrating. Thankfully, the devs recognized this. We were set to get one vinyl unlocked for participating in the VIP demo. They actually designed a second vinyl for us to have as a way to say, sorry, this is not how any of us wanted this to go. And I really appreciate that. Just having a little bit of consideration for our wasted time. Some people took work off. That goes a long, long way. They also unlocked all 4 javelins for all the VIP demo users, which was another nice touch. We got a chance to taste everything, which the people just participating in the open demo won't have a chance to do. So I still felt like I had a VIP experience, thankfully, because of the extra little gifts and the time with every single javelin before release. Very exciting stuff. There was one area of the demo that I definitely had an issue with, and that was keyboard and mouse controls. If you played it, you know, they were bad. Not necessarily all of it. I felt like weapons, those worked really well on keyboard and mouse. Abilities were fine, but flight and swimming especially. Flight was so bad, and swimming was especially bad. You could dial it in by tweaking your sensitivity and trying to make it work, but there's fundamental differences between how flight is handled on mouse and how it's handled on controller that just They don't make sense to me. When you fly or when you swim on controller, you get a circular reticle, just one. Where you move that, your javelin will follow, and it smoothly flies through the air. It's very easy to navigate. On keyboard and mouse, you actually have two reticles. It's almost like a little mini game on screen. You've got your center reticle that never moves, and when you move the other secondary cursor in relation to the center reticle, like say I move my cursor directly to the right, all the way, it'll stay over there until I bring it back to center manually. And if it's over there, that means that you are turning right forever. It'll never stop. It'll never recenter automatically. It feels very clunky and was not very enjoyable to play. I made it work, but you can see in a lot of my gameplay that my flight involves a lot of small corrections that make it not very smooth. It looks like I'm jittery just all over the screen because it's so difficult to control. BioWare has said that the demo is a few iterations behind in terms of the keyboard and mouse controls for the game. So it could be better on release. It's supposed to be more nuanced. I'm not sure. I know that the flight and swimming for a lot of people will be unplayable on keyboard and mouse. So definitely try it out with a controller. It feels really good on controller. Just know that it's going to take probably a little bit of time. I'm hoping that they'll come through and really figure out a system that'll work. Please, BioWare, just give us one reticle. Just have us follow that one reticle. Please take away the on-screen joystick. Strongholds were by far my favorite activity across the board. They were fun, they were hard, especially on hard mode. They were just really cool. They integrated puzzles along with hard enemies, the boss fight at the end. Everything felt really, really good when I played that. The missions themselves were fun, and I really found the characters engaging. I found myself wanting to talk with them in Fort Tarsis, get to know them better, get to know the cast and crew. I didn't spend as much time on that as I normally would if it was my playthrough. I wanted to get a lot more game time in, just using the javelin, seeing how the abilities get to work together, and seeing what team play felt like. Everything felt tight. It felt good. The only things that struggled were the server issues and the load screens. If they can fix that, which they've already confirmed that it should be fixed, if not in the upcoming demo, then in the full game, it's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to experience this game, to really dive into it. The combat overall felt amazing. The three-dimensional nature of fighting, being able to engage from any position on a three-dimensional axis around your opponent, is just, it's a game changer, and you don't realize until you get your hands on the game. It feels just, I wish you could all just try it right now. In fact, you can. The open demo is coming up this weekend. Make sure you get in on that. You can already preload the game client, so do it. Come play with me. Come do the stuff. We're going to be streaming it. The combo system in particular is one of my favorite aspects of the game. It takes what seems like the Mass Effect combo system, bionic and tech combos, and it just brings it into a whole new world. Each status has a different effect on your opponent. Obviously, a lot of people had a lot of luck with freeze this time because there was a lot of small adds that you could just completely immobilize with it, but there's also lightning, or electricity rather. There is acid that will make opponents take more damage. There's fire that generates damage over time. All of these have different effects on different enemies, and that depth is what's going to keep us playing, keep us building more sophisticated arsenals to be able to combat our opponents and effectively take out all of the minions that are going to be holding our sweet tasty loots. Now, where the combo system really shines is in team play, because everybody has a different combo style. The Interceptor gets an aura around them when they kill an enemy with a melee attack that's afflicted by a status. The Storm will spread status when they detonate a target. So that status effect, that freeze, will actually spread to everybody else around that target, making it really easy to, say, inflict status on one character and then spread that to all of the other enemies around it. Colossus had an amazing build involving the flamethrower and the lightning coil that would just chain combos over and over again, and their combo style is AoE damage. Essentially, if somebody is afflicted with the status, you damage them with a detonator, it will detonate an AoE explosion that then chains more combos. It's just so fun. The Colossus was one of my favorites from this demo. And then you have Ranger, who just straight up demolishes things when it does combos. It has a significant DPS boost whenever you detonate a combo. It's just for one target, and that target is going to be in serious pain if you detonate a combo with the Ranger. So overall, everything felt useful. Every javelin had a purpose. Every javelin had a job that it could do, and I never felt like I couldn't do something with the javelin I had equipped. I just had to change my approach. I'm sure that might change when we get to Grandmaster 3 and things are doing 3,000% more damage and taking 3,000% more damage. But by then, we should have Masterwork and Legendary Gear to be able to up the effectiveness of our abilities across the board. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Overall, my opinion of the VIP demo was good. I definitely want to see these server issues and load screen issues solved, but the gameplay itself was solid. Every javelin felt special and unique. I can't wait to build each one of them out with a ton of different builds and gear and have a great time freelancing with all of you. Please make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed the content and want to see more. Click the bell to turn on notifications so you can see when my videos go live. And don't forget to check us out on Twitch. I stream almost every day at twitch.tv/beautifuldust. Enjoy the rest of the Stronghold gameplay, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.
dies is unnerving.
I wonder how many beers it'll take me to forget that thing.
I'm gonna go with 8. 1 for each of the tyrant's legs.
No more scorpion talk, please.